until my well runs dry. Send all your sins all over me, baby, baby.
What it do, cheater, pumpkin eater? It's me, Keisha, you guys, and I am here with the Love and Marriage DC reunion part 2 for season 1. I will be interviewing Winter Williams, you guys, tomorrow. The interview will be up this coming week. I'll have the release date and all of that stuff for you guys Monday. I cannot wait for you all to see this interview. It's going to be super lit. All the questions that you want answered will be asked, so get ready for this. Y'all ready for part 2 of the reunion? Let's get it. Let's go. So we start off part 2 of the reunion exactly where we left off last week, with Winter being questioned about the so-called tea that she has on Jamie and Quick. She stands firm that it's not her place to air them out on national TV. Jamie is like, well, why bring it up? Like, you don't know me. So we're basically at a standstill at this point. But today, before the reunion aired, Winter posted these receipts, and she posted them on Twitter, and she wrote, own y'all strategies to make me the scapegoat, but don't make something appear to be what it's not. What I look like dropping receipts on people's kids. When I have kids, I addressed her woman to woman off camera to avoid drama and mess. So at the top of this, then we see from Irena, the text message thread between her and Winter, and at the top of this you see Jamie, and then it says, you invited me into your personal space during the premiere and I do not take it lightly at all. So this is a message from Winter to Irena. She says, I'm reaching out to you because I wanted you to know that I was not just sitting there saying I have receipts. People were DMing me and sending things leading up to the reunion. I knew people would question whether or not I was lying, but as I sat there, I realized that it was not the forum nor the time to reveal this information because it was pretty heavy. The information included you, Jamie, and your children. I decided to never repeat those allegations on TV. I know things got heated and I'm honestly still processing it all. I understand that you may be upset with me and may not want to meet with me, but the biggest thing I wanted to do is reiterate that I apologize and that I did not lie by saying I have receipts. I would like to meet you for lunch to talk more. No mess. I will also share what was sent to me. I owe that to you. Warm regards, Winter. Then Jamie took to Twitter and responded to Winter, because she posted the same receipts as well, and said, please keep me and my family name out any more of your conversations. Please move on with your life like we have. Winter responded and said, if Irena has something to say, then have her address me. You weren't on the interview, so I'm not speaking to you at Jamie Tyler, and I don't care if you created her to be a mute. I talk back. Oh, wow. Shots fired. Irena then responded to both of them and said, you must don't know me in real life. You better pray I don't see you in these DC streets. I will show you how mute I am. Child, this is a mess. This is a mess. Oh Lord, it's a mess. At the reunion, when asked what receipts does she have, Winter says that she has pics, text messages, and that this information was sent to her after the show aired. Now, in that text message thread, she also said that this stuff was sent to her right before the reunion. So that part was not a lie. Jamie continued to say, like, nobody I know knows her. But what I tried to warn them about, and this was all of them that I interviewed prior to the show beginning, is that people are going to come out the woodworks telling your business. So you don't know who done told who what. Y'all will be shocked at how people will tell your business to get 5 seconds of clout or to take you down because they secretly wasn't fucking with you in the first place. So whether or not it's true or not, you can't think that she just making this shit up out of thin air. Based off the fact that she reached out to Irena saying she wanted to show her the stuff off camera, leads me to believe she's not lying, but I am going to talk to her more about this when I interview her tomorrow. And I'm also interviewing Irena and Jamie next week as well. So I'm going to discuss that with them and get both sides of their stories. But, yeah, it seems to me like she was trying to do a common courtesy by not bringing this up on the show, since it does affect their children and both of them, which is the respectable thing to do. But at this point after that, I wouldn't bring it up no more. If you're not going to bring it up on the show, you're not going to show receipts on the show, then don't talk about it anymore on the show. That's my stance on it when it comes to Winter. But for the rest of the couples, y'all got to be on lookout. Y'all got to be prepared to keep y'all business to y'allself at this point, because anything that you tell anybody, you never know who they going back in and telling, and then that person telling somebody, and then that person telling somebody. You got to be real extra careful. This is what happens when you join a reality show, and this is what I tried to warn them about. Winter then clarifies that when she spoke of rumors initially, she was only referring to Quick, because she worked with someone that claimed, she doesn't know this to be true, but a woman that she used to work with claimed that she was intimate with Quick when she worked at Park. Now, I don't know what Park is. I don't know if Park is just a regular club. Is that Ashley and Quick's club? Because they do own a club. But when she made that statement, I'm just going to be honest with y'all. The facial expressions on Quick and Ashley's face wasn't one of you lying, that's some bullshit. Quick's face was deadpan, and he literally like blinked his eyes like, oh shit, like I'm gonna have to deal with this shit here when I get home. And Ashley's face was one of shock, kind of like she looked over at like Carlos real quickly. You can tell that shit stung, and that shit probably had some ring of truth in there. Like their responses was not like, girl, please get out of here, da 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 da, like, oh Lord, ooh Lord, this is a lot. So seems like they're gonna they had a conversation after the show. That's all I'm gonna say. They had a conversation after the show, child. Then Winter clarified that the receipts that she had were sent to her 48 hours before the reunion about Quick and Jamie, and that she didn't want to put them on blast like that because she felt like the people that sent it to her was just trying to get at them. And this is what I need for Quick and Jamie to get, that this is the reality show world. This is the reality show world. Because Jamie kept on saying, don't nobody that know me know you or know these people. You don't know. I'm telling you, like, the weirdest shit, the weirdest people you don't even think of, that be clocking you or heard about your business or talked to somebody that you know and then told this person. This is what you guys signed up for, and this is what I was trying to warn them about, that motherfuckers gonna come out on the woodworks on your ass. You cannot trust really anybody except for your close inner circle when you get on a reality television, because you never know who watching you, who listening, who clocking you. All of that stuff is going on. So Quick then says that he doesn't cheat on his wife. That look on his face said otherwise, but okay. Jamie says fuck the person that sent that shit to Winter, and that Irena is with him every day, all day. So he don't understand how he got time to be cheating on her or whatever the case may be. Child, okay. This is a mess. Oh, I got a lot of questions to ask in this interview. So Quick and Ashley say that they get shit like this all the time, where people sending them pictures and stuff saying he cheating, and Ashley is like, I could be standing right there, he takes pictures with people at the club. He, give people shots. She gives people shots. So there has never been any valid proof that he has, cheated on her. She was like, unless I see something with him and another woman in a bed or whatever, she gonna stick beside him. So if that's the case, be prepared, Irena and Ashley and Monique, that people are going to continue with said rumors. So if said rumors aren't true, there's no point of even arguing back with people on social media. Keep it the fuck moving, because the rumors are not going to stop. They're simply not. They're actually going to get worse the longer that you do this show. So, Monique then poses the question to Winter, do you think we're acting? Because this isn't the Winter that I knew before. I don't think that Winter is acting. I think that Winter knew that she was coming on a reality show. I think that Winter, outside of Monique, was the only person that knew she was coming on a reality show and that she had to perform. Yes, when you're on a reality show, you're supposed to show your reality. You're supposed to show yourself, but you also are supposed to show a heightened version of yourself. And to be honest, without Winter, this season would have sucked. I'm going to be 100% honest. I like the cast members. I like the show. I like the family dynamic with the Tylers and everything. But outside of that, this show would have been boring. It would have been boring. I myself are in a small majority of people who actually liked the first season. I've seen numerous people on social media say that the show is boring. They couldn't get into it. They did not like it. Okay. The same thing probably was said about Love and Marriage Huntsville, the first season. But if y'all get picked up for a second season, y'all got to step it the fuck up and realize you're on a reality show. You just can't sit back. You got to amp things up. Sorry to say, but when you do a reality show, you have to have drama. People say they want to see, black people just getting along and kiki and all that, but then they say, oh, it's boring. You know what I'm saying? Then when you give them too much drama, oh, it's too ratchet. You got to find a happy medium if you're going to do reality. And the ladies and the guys have to step it up next season if they want to continue on doing this show. And if they want to continue to do this show, they have to understand that it's a gift and a curse with it all. And that this is the shit that comes along with it. So I think that Winter came to the show to be whoever she is and to get the party started. Because without her and without Monique running back and being the instigator pretty much and telling this person and telling that person, the other girls didn't really come to play. They did not. I don't feel like they did. So, Kristen says that after the Instagram picture party that Ashley threw, that he and Monique made a phone call to Winter saying, that this isn't the type of show that they signed up for, that they agreed not to slander each other or to bring up said rumors. And I'm looking like, yeah, Chris and Monique, that's all cute. At the end of the day, y'all on a fucking reality show. If y'all wanted this shit to be fucking Leave It to Beaver, then y'all should have just filmed with you and your family. Okay? Because how y'all thought that y'all was gonna come on here and just be kumbaya, my lord, all, three couples and everybody's getting along and we're just having a ball and let's just go and have tea and just look at each other and laugh and kiki and nothing. No. Love and Marriage Huntsville has literally set the bar. And if you want to compete, you not saying they got to be like them, but you got to have something. You got to have some type of drama. And I feel like Winter came and did her assignment and went the fuck home. And next season, everybody else needs to catch up. Winter then admits that she and Mo weren't the best of friends. They have known each other for 16 years, but they weren't the kumbaya, my lord, we kick it, we talk on the phone every day type of friends. So for the viewers out there that felt like Monique was being fake towards her once the season started, that's in fact not true. She and her weren't friends like that. They were pretty much just acquaintances that talked every blue moon, it seems like. So just like she came, into the season not really knowing Irena and Ashley, it was the same for Winter. None of the ladies really truly knew each other like that. So Winter also says that, even after the season, she doesn't feel like her and Monique's relationship has changed any. They pretty much went back to how it was before. They talk when they talk, when they don't when they don't. Winter also says, that if she would have known that the show was going to be like this, she would have bowed out, because she doesn't do all the drama and the mess. But everybody else was like, girl, you created the drama and the mess. And I'm like, I 100% agree with that. Yes, ma'am, you did create the drama and the mess. I feel like she just said that shit for show, just to have something to say, because I can honestly say, like I said, Winter loves this shit. She came with an assignment and she completed it. So Quick says, we don't need, the drama and all of that on this show. Well, I'm just here to tell y'all that if y'all came on this network to just be, couples friends and to sip tea, and that's not going to work. You're not going to get another season after 2, if you get another 2, doing what you're doing. Because if y'all out here on social media reading, the folks ain't liking what y'all bringing like that. I'm one of the people that do like it, but I also felt like that without Winter and Monique starting the shits and getting the shit started, this would have been a not good season. I'm sorry. So y'all gonna have to get out of that. We not gonna do the drama shit. Child, please. Y'all can say that's not going to happen, that the drama is not going to happen, and that y'all don't want it to happen. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen, because I can already foresee Ashley and Monique going to get into it. I can already see that. Can already see that very much, that Ashley and Monique are going to get into it. So Monique thinks that, Winter loves the drama and the mess, based off when she was on the nightcap with Carlos King. And she says that, being around Jamie and Irena, that she thinks that both of them have cheated on each other, but they decided to stick beside each other. And she says that she didn't have the right to say that because she doesn't know them like that. Monique says that Winter didn't know them like that to make that type of judgment. She was like, you're not on the group text. You don't kick it with us. So how could you say that about them? Here's the thing, and this is Sheridan always say, here's the thing. She's been around them. You know what I'm saying? She's been around them multiple times. Is she a person that's been around them on a daily basis, or talk to them on a daily basis? No. But being around a person a couple of times or whatever, you can pick up on certain things. I'm not saying that what she's, accusing them of is true, but you can make a judgment. That doesn't mean that judgment is in fact correct, though. So I didn't really agree with that statement that Monique made. Quick then says that, reality TV really only ends weak marriages, but that he and Ashley are solid because they have gone through this plus more, and this ain't gonna break them. And I hope and pray to God that it don't. I pray that all of these couples come out of this, still together. But I feel like these couples need to understand that this is just the beginning. And this is what I said in my interviews. This is the beginning. Even outside of the cheating rumors, take that off the plate. Same thing with Marceau and Letitia from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Take the cheating allegations off the plate, because no concrete evidence has come forth. So take that off the plate. Viewers still call Marceau and Letitia out for the way that he speaks to, the way he treats, the way that he demeans, his chauvinistic ways towards Letitia. So that's why they still get it out, even outside of the cheating allegations. And if going into season 2, if Jamie continues with the controlling behavior, the attitude problem, them still not having sex, not saying that that's his fault, but the viewers are going to continue to call that shit out and be like, why is Irena with him? He treat her like this. He treat her like that. The same thing is going to go for Ashley and Quick. He won't sit down. He won't stop working. This person saying he cheating and Ashley sitting over there sticking beside him. Same thing gonna go for Monique and Chris. That bitch is a goddamn nag. All she do is nag and complain. She really don't love that nigga. How she don't love him. She just with him for his money. These are the things that's going to continue to be said about y'all couples, y'all marriages. So y'all need to get with it and get prepared. This is what you signed up for, unfortunately. And I feel like y'all need to get that in y'all heads instead of trying to narrate and make it be what you want it to be, because it's not going to be that way. It's not. Whether it be via the editing, how they edit the show to make you look, it's not going to be a kumbaya, my lord, the whole time. Y'all are going to get into it with each other. The guys are going to get into it with each other. The women are going to get into each other. It's not just going to be we holding hands and skipping down the street. It's not going to play out like that. I'm sorry. It's just not. So Winter, says that, she does want to make peace with the couples because the Winter that she is was not properly represented, and that she wants to apologize to them. None of the couples, outside of Monique and Chris, because she really don't got no problems with them, they don't want to accept her apology because they've been there, done that before. And I'm just like, child, this is a mess, child. That's the only thing I can say is that this is a mess. So the focus is on Irena, and she talks about how, they both were working parents in the beginning, but with Jason being blind, she would have to leave work early to tend to him and go to classes and all of these things, and basically got to the point where she couldn't work anymore. But Jamie was still working, and she said that while she would be home taking care of the kids, he was still working a full-time job, part-time jobs, and going out with his friends. And Jamie is bothered by that. He rolls his eyes, and he was like, you gonna act like I wasn't, helping with the kids and stuff like that. And she was like, I was the one at home doing majority of the work. She stands behind that. And she was like, she didn't go out to the clubs and stuff. He was the one going out. And she missed out pretty much on that type of stuff because she was at home, raising the kids. And she was like, when years later, when she did start going out and stuff, that he didn't like it. So Jamie was like, you exaggerate everything. Don't act like I was just out here running the streets and like I wasn't helping. And she was like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you're a good father, but I was the one at home basically doing most of the brunt work. That's pretty much what I got, what she was trying to say. And so Carlos asks Quick, do you think that Jamie is overreacting? And Quick was like, most definitely. And he gives basically a analogy of how if they're in a grocery store and the kids is acting up, people will look at Ashley like, oh my gosh, she a bad mama, she can't get control of her kids. But if it's Quick, people will be like, what I'm saying, oh, look at him with the kids, oh, he's trying. And that is the God's honest truth, that men get it easier when it comes to parenting than women do. Other parents are more judgmental to other moms, especially moms are really more judgmental to each other than anything. So Jamie then clarifies that, it was when they were little that he might not have been as present, but, later on in the years when his schedule freed up, that he was the one doing this, that, and the third. And Irena was like, yeah, but I was still the one learning Braille and going to meetings and all of this stuff. And it's like, they're both right, and they're both saying the same thing, and they both want to be right. And it's just like, y'all both are right. Like, but it's obvious that there are hurt feelings there. It's obvious that they're not listening to each other because both of them just want to be right so bad. And Ashley then cuts in and was like, see, this is what Monique was complaining about all season to Chris, because if they don't get it together, they will basically end up looking like Jamie and Irena 20 years later, still arguing about the same shit. Because Jamie and Irena seems to me like they have not resolved a lot of their past hurts. And you can look at Irena and see hurt all over her. I know that pain because I've been that person, and I remember looking on outside like how I felt on the inside, where your whole being is just sad and you just look like a big teardrop. And I see that in Irena, where she's shutting herself off emotionally. I can almost bet my life that she's shutting herself off emotionally when it comes to her marriage. And I'm going to ask her that when I interview her. So Monique was like, it's obvious that there's still a lot of hurt there for Irena. And that Jamie's coming at it from a perspective of, we've been through that, we handle it, why are we still talking about it? Like, let's move on. You know, men don't like to harp on shit or whatever, but it's obvious that I feel like Irena is still holding on to the past because the past is still affecting them to this day, where she feels like she's not being heard or probably appreciated as much as she should be. And I also feel like from Jamie's perspective, the same way, where he feels like he isn't respected or appreciated for the things that he's done or sacrificed. I feel like they're both on the same playing field, but it's just that they're fighting to be the winner, pretty much, to be the victor, the victim. So the cast breaks for a second. Everybody heads back to their dressing room. And Monique and Chris basically, you know, checking on Jamie to see how he is. He was like, you know, I'm good or whatever. And Chris was like, you know what I'm saying? The conversation me and you had, just remember that, you know, just remember that at the end of the day. He was like, all right. He goes in the room and immediately says to Irena, why are you using TV as a counseling session? And Irena was like, because, you know, it still bothers me. Jamie says, why are we still talking about this today, though? It's 20 years later. It doesn't make sense in my brain, and you know it's going to trigger me. You keep pushing me for this TV show, and I'm telling you it's going to end wrong. I hate this for them. I really honestly do hate this for them. And I'm going to say this on here, and I'm going to say this when I interview them. If they want to save this marriage, they need to get off this show. They need to not come back next season, because Jamie is not a reality TV person. He's a private person. He does not want to open up. He's not going to open up. This is just not the platform for him. I feel like it's too much for him. I do feel like maybe Irena used this platform to expose the cracks in their marriage and to hopefully get him to see himself. And I see that I feel like even with Jamie seeing how he comes across, that he's just not ready to change. I feel like he might just be stuck in his ways. I feel like even with how much they protest that their marriage is good, it's not. It's not, based off what I'm seeing on this show, their body language, the way that they speak to each other, the arguments they have. They're not in a happy marriage. They're not. And I mean, anybody with eyes can see that, and it's sad to see. If they want to stay together, they need to get off this show and work on their marriage. Like, literally work on it. But both parties have to be willing to do the work and go there. And I don't think Jamie wants to go there. And I feel like Irena doesn't feel like she's being heard. And if they continue on the path that they're on now, this ain't going to work. It's not going to work. And I don't want that from them. I really honestly don't. But this just looks really bad. It looks really, really bad. And it's just sad. It really honestly is. Whew. Jamie and Irena's sons, Jason and Lil Jamie, come out. They both looked phenomenal. I loved Lil Jamie's blazer. Loved it a lot. And so, you know, Jason was the star of the show this season, and he lets us know that he still wants to work for Apple because he knows a lot about the company and their products, and that he wants to be able to teach other people with disabilities how to use the Apple phones. And I was like, that is a genius idea. That is something that I don't know if Apple already has a department for that, but he would be beyond great with that, beyond great with being able to be an ambassador, somebody that helps, to tell Apple, this is what a person with my disability needs in order to work this phone, this product. That would be great. And I pray that that works out for him, because that is a genius idea. Jamie gets emotional when he starts to speak about his sons, because everything that they've gone through to raise them to be, outstanding young men. And, one thing I can say about Jamie is that he loves his family, and he's very protective of his family, and he's very proud of his family. And you can tell that their children love, adore, and respect them and their opinions and what they have to say. It made me choke up and cry too as a parent. Lil Jamie says that his court case is still going on, but he doesn't think that he'll serve any time. He's still been on a straight and narrow and everything. And him and Big Jamie's relationship has also gotten a lot better since they filmed the show. So at the end of the reunion, everybody gives updates on what's going on in their lives. Ashley's book has come out. Congratulations to her. Quick has opened up a second DJ school. His Quicksilver show is syndicated now, and he promises to out vacation everybody. And they make mention that if they get a season 2, they want to do a cash trip. I mean, it's obvious they're getting a season 2, and by the look on Carlos' face, he's going to make sure they go on a cash trip. I actually want him to start doing cash trips for Huntsville as well. Let's really get it in there, please. Irena says she has a product coming out. Just know that it has something to do with Perfect by Irena. She says that her and Jamie are going to work on her allowing him to eat the box. I'm like, girl, you don't know what you missing. She also lets us know that they got it on and popping the night before, and that it was good. And I was like, I'm glad. I'm so glad, because maybe that's the part of the problem. Y'all both over there stopped up. Y'all need to let that seep out. Shit, that's the problem. Shit, both y'all over there tensed in a motherfucker. So Chris says that he's going to continue to work on his communication skills and also work on himself. And Monique was like, they're in a much, much, much better place than where they were in the beginning of the season, which is great. And that is the end of Love and Marriage DC season 1. Overall, like I said, I will give season 1 A-. And I give it that because of the Tyler story showcasing their family dynamic. Jason was a standout star for me. His story was very impactful and needed. I give it an A- because of the glitz and the glam of it all. I also give it an A- because Monique came to do a job, which was produce a show and get everything assembled. I also give it an A- because Ashley is funny as hell. Her one-liners are everything. I feel like out of all the ladies, she was the breakout star. Her quick wit is 100% raw and uncut, and I love it. I love that she stand on what she means. She mean what she say. I also give it an A- because of Winter. Winter came to work and clocked in. Did her job and clocked the fuck back out. But I feel like moving into next season, to make it even, they need to give Winter a friend or something, an ally, somebody, because I don't want it to be a thing where it's 3-on-1. You know what I'm saying? But they need somebody else to come in there and really shake shit up. You know what I'm saying? And the other girls next season got to come ready to play. They have to come ready to play. I want in season 2 to see more of the family dynamics. Like Ashley said, I would have loved to see more of her family, her mom who lives with them. Would have loved to see that dynamic. Would have loved to see them at Quick's and Ashley's clubs. I, of course, want to continue to see more of the Tylers and their dynamic. I also want to see more of the family dynamic from Monique and Chris outside of just their children. I want to see like her mama, his mama. I want to see some more of that going on. Plus, like couples activities that they can be out here doing. You know what I'm saying? as well as a couples trip. I think that would be dope and necessary for the next season. More events too. More events. I want the ladies to throw some events too. But yeah, I feel like another cast member or another couple needs to be added to the mix to make it an even playing field for next season. The things that I did not like about season 1, I felt like the guys were holding back. They weren't really to get in there in the mud or really tell their true feelings about things. I felt like the girls, Ashley and Irena, were kind of like being very cautious of not starting shit, but they would finish it. You know what I'm saying? What else did I not like about season 1? I can't think of anything else off the top of my head, but I just feel like it needs to be a little bit more drama going into next season. Because I love the show, but they got to have more drama. They got to because like I said, I'm out here, I'm reading the comments, I'm reading what's being said on social media, in my comment section and other YouTubers comment section, and it's not all good. You know what I'm saying? And I really want this show to be a hit and be successful. But and another thing that I didn't like about season 1 is after interviewing the couples and, you know, getting to know a little bit about them, I don't like what I foresee happening to their marriages moving forward. I don't like it at all because I know where this is going and I don't like it at all. I don't like it. I don't want to see it happen. I just don't like it. But yeah, that's my thoughts and review on Love and Marriage DC season 1 reunion part 2. Let's talk down below in the comment section. Let me know how you guys felt about reunion part 2, the overall season, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you would like to see coming up for season 2. Make sure you guys thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.